Yeah, just pick it up. It'll turn off. I just need to put it back away in here. It'll turn off once you pick it up. I'm gonna run this out to the trash can. You just want to.
Refusing.
Are those yours?
This thing was refusing. Oh, where do you want me to put it? Do you want me to put it in there?
Say what?
Those dummies, the bigger ones, are heavy.
Yeah, you can lift them.
Sure.
Yeah, lift with your legs, not with your back. I got the big one.
Yeah, I can.
Hey guys, listen. You got 2-hour practice night. It's not gonna be a little short one, so I wouldn't get too crazy running around here. You're gonna run out of energy. This coach is coming in here to have a good hard practice, so save some of that energy. I've seen this many times.
Were they restart running?
Where we play around too much for practice and then we can't get through the warm up.
This is me. This is all me. I'll be out. I'm an intimate. Nope. I don't know what else to do. That's it.
You guys have a battle dummies? 2 dummies are battling.
Oh, Dressel, baby. Thank you, little Dressel. Ray! All right, come here. It's battle. Hey! Dude, stop. No, you're supposed to try to keep them on the ground. I said, around with your energy at 2 hours. Wrestle? No. I'll do it with one arm. Which arm? No. My left is my weakest. Hey! Where's your left-handed because I am? What? I want to wrestle? I am left-handed. No, I'm right. I didn't. So love to. We can wrestle, but I don't have to use one arm. This battle jump. No, wait. No! No! What are you doing? Like. No, get help for me. You can go up until I tell you. Okay? That's not right to do. Okay. Let's go. Oh no. What is it? I'll hit it on him. Yeah. In a real life wrestling I remember what I used to do. You're so lit. Let me get up. Hey! Missile! Oh, yeah! Thank you. I need to do something. To do I was embarrassed after that.
Hey, Eli, talk to your mom. She said your dad's gonna come back at 8 to get you.
8?
Yeah. These guys are ready. Was that too long for you? CJ said he wished it was 3 hours. Huh? Yeah, now we're extended. Hey!
I'm taller now.
Yes. Hey, what's up, man? Good.
You guys, Adrian.
You brought your bodyguards? Yeah. All right, nice. Good. Yeah, you know, this is the
Okay, they're not doing wrestling. They're just getting done. You know, yeah, they're passion fruit. No, one of them is not passion fruit. Okay. There. Wrestle this big guy. One of them is passion fruit? Yeah. Why did he get a shirt? Wait, why did I get a shirt that says passion fruit? Well, you actually ready? You're kidding me, right? You gonna wrestle it? Okay, I'll walk right.
CJ.
Come on. Okay, I'll walk basically. Okay. Okay, well, so these dummies are heavy. Wait, don't you make me bump faces?
Like clinic?
Yeah, so this is the Twister clinic.
Adam.
Yeah, Keiswetter.
Sorry. Okay, cool. I just want to make sure that we're at the right. Okay.
What's
Lane?
Lane. And are you?
We signed up and he's part of the like. Yeah, my husband signed this up, so.
Yeah, this is a great move. He did this clinic last year, and him and one of his friends used to use this in a lot of matches.
Oh, really?
At their age, it's very functional.
Okay, I wasn't not sure about like how many kids were gonna be his age.
No, it's good. There's actually a lot of younger kids now.
You know, it's really great fact. They learn all, you know. He was saying, so your water bottle. Okay, well, we need to go grab it. No, we have a spot.
So,
He's here.
Feels like Arizona outside. No, I heard of Arizona's being here. It's good in here though.
That's really he's here.
It's like water bottle.
Elijah's here.
Go. It was not effective, but it helped them. Water bottle. Use it. That's not effective. But I'm not done.
Elijah, I would run at you right now if you had your wrestling.
You're playing Pokemon.
It's him.
in Arizona.
You just get grabbed by a single.
You're only on the water bottle. So water bottle is not effective, but it has to be long because it's cool. You?
These dummies are heavy.
yesterday,
It is.
Which one are you picking up? You're picking up the biggest one.
Like I've been in Hawaii before, but it's hot.
It's hot. I got it nice out.
Yeah, I was like,
Oh, Hawaii.
It was like cold out.
Okay, for you, wait, which island were you in?
What?
Which island were you on?
you got to practice there.
It's not even an island.
No, it is. Shut up. I got one more. These nuts are all in the face. Hawaiian island.
Wait, it's an ancient island.
Yeah, it's the new one. It like just got made. I got one more. On the face.
Across the river there.
Land.
Yes, what's up, buddy?
Which dummy now? No, let the dummy get
Hey, man. Yeah.
Pick him up.
Oh, hello. Yeah. Don't just turn around.
Thank you. I'll look at it in the next couple days.
Late, stay here late. Coach? Hey, come on. Good.
Oh,
Huh?
nice to hear. It's cold.
You done?
This could get interesting.
Both done? Go. Get them ready. We got 2 more hours here, so enjoy this. This is your 2 hours. I thought I was gonna get 1 hour here, but instead, my dad changed.
But I bet there'll be a couple of
Dad made his decision. Failing to plan is planning to fail. Failing to plan is planning to That makes so sense. Makes very sense.
He's doing that weight training.
Yeah, that is true.
But me on the streets.
I can bend the double How nice. Bend it the way it should. All right. That much.
I'm not missing much.
When did you get into that?
Recharge. You want to kind of like.
When you go break down, you want to
When you're on the streets, someone's trying to talk to you.
Hey, I got clothes.
Wait, you got enough water?
Those are smooth.
But something, some of that. Yeah, we got a race. I'll be good. Northwest. Don't get cold. I still got a little bit. Hey, here for yourself. Nobody's smarter than you look. We're not doing that. I already said don't touch it. She said she did. I know, I saw it. Always on. Oh, you're too early now. I don't think that's going to stay. That's you're never ready, but you know what time practice is. You just see the time. Oh, you're just that busy. You have things to do. Oh, you're better than my sleep. You're trying to say you're better than my sleep. I've been in bed. I've talked to one person today. No. You know Lauren Sass? She'll be in. No, she didn't. I talked to her yesterday. Literally, I can look on the living room. I leave. I don't open this.
They should even left me undelivered. That was so good. I have a buddy. I talked to him. But then I complain.
I know. Good.
Back shoulder or bicep? Tricep. Yeah, I hate chest days. Benching is my worst. You know what I love? Good old deadlifts.
No, I do love it.
I love.
Let's put the dummies back in the corner, guys. Pick the dummies up. Let's put them back in the corner.
Actually, I really No. Get your grip strength up, bro.
I talk, but I don't. It doesn't hurt.
I think you're pushing it on right.
Hey, wrestlers. Everybody down here. Watch TV. 5 minutes of TV watching. You can learn something.
Hi.
This is how you're supposed to practice right here.
What that buried me up?
Yeah, there was. Sticking out. Then we'll fly against the wall. But they haven't had any dodgeball. What's that? Yeah. Yeah.
How's it going?
What's up? Hit that. I know. Yeah. Great. Oh, they did. It's a burger. Deal. Oh, really? Yeah. Start with the man. These guys watch TV for 2 hours. Pizza.
Get pizza. Get me some dinner. Come on. What's up for pizza hut?
Yeah. I got shorter.
2 hours.
All right, listen, go. All right, quiet, go. Hey, wait, let's get going here. So when I say that, I need everybody quiet. And so this is gonna be the last time I ask nicely. And if you have to go sit out, you'll go sit out. All right, but let's just hope to avoid all that. We're all big boys and girls here. So we're gonna get going. Good to see everyone. We're gonna have a full room, which means a lot of things, right? It means we're gonna be careful, be safe, and it means everyone has to do a really good job of paying attention, staying focused, staying on task, doing what we need to do. Okay, just as important as any wrestling, learning how to focus. And for some of you guys, you know, you're from Passion First, you're not used to being here that long. It's a 2-hour practice, so it might be a little bit of a challenge. So that's going to be up to you guys to rise to the challenge. But we have faith in it. So, with that said, I see mostly familiar faces, a couple new faces. But it's good to see everybody here. We're going to have some more filtering in, but we'll go ahead and get going here. And so, you guys all know me. You know, I'm Coach Murphy. You guys know Coach Ward, Coach somewhere, Coach Shepard. And then if you don't know what's going on, maybe Rob's had his drop you off here and fill you in. We have a special guest coach tonight. Okay, and so I will introduce him, and then I'm going to turn it over to him. He's gonna be running things for a couple hours here. So right over here, this is Coach Adam Keiswetter. Coach Keiswetter is a really good friend of mine. He was actually my teammate in college. We both wrestled together out at the University of Nebraska in Kearney, we're Lopers. Okay, and just a great guy. And now he is a head coach here at a school in Anybody ever been to Columbus, Nebraska? Familiar? Okay, so it's just a little bit north of here. He's the head high school coach there. He built a great program up there, ground up. And so you guys might remember from last year when we came here. So we're all very thankful and happy to have him here. He's got a lot of knowledge to share. He's just a great coach, a great person. So make sure you guys show him all the respect he deserves. And make sure you represent the club and his parents. Other than that, I'm going to go through the resume here. It's like a bad dude, right? Look, I'm not trying to say anything, and if we were in a dark alley, I'd probably start backing up because I've seen what he can do. He looks like a nice guy. And just like you guys, right? We want good people, have good character, and that whistle blows. We want to talk about somebody who can flip the switch and turn into a different person. This is the guy, okay? And so he had a lot of success in college, so you guys understand what this means. He's a three-time All-American, which means one of the best in the whole country, not just Nebraska, not just Nebraska, out of the whole country, okay? It's really, really hard to do that. And, when I was printing off the flyer for this, I almost had to double check the stats. It says, it's hard to win a match in college. Everybody in college is good. Best wrestlers. Only the best wrestlers. Everybody is good. So it's hard to win matches in college. It's really, really, really hard to get a hit in college. Okay? This guy had 68 or 63 falls, is what I read on there. And that is just incredible. 63 pins. It's hard to get 63 wins in college. That's pins. Okay, and so he did a lot of those with one move. And maybe not a lot. No, he did a lot of them. I don't know what the split is, but it was a large majority. I was on the bench, always jealous if I had one the rest of 7 hard minutes. He's already up. But the side to see it. So it all evened out. But just for you guys to understand that is a really, really great accomplishment. Let's all give Coach Keiswetter a hand. Thank you. Coming out. And the coach brought a couple partners too. I'll let you introduce it. But other than that, I'll just remember that.
Because I look at my foot with them. More than what the other ones.
Fresh off the state championship. Like, is anybody in here want to be a state champion? This is 2022, Nebraska state champion. So I'm gonna have him. He's actually really good. So probably is almost weird. So thanks, Adrian. Right next to Blaze. Blaze is the 2021 state champion, 170 pounds. So that's why everybody wants to be, right? That's why when every one of us comes to wrestling practice, you want to do what those guys did. State champion. I think everybody that's probably ever wrestled has set that goal for themselves. It doesn't matter if you're 6 and under, you still have a state tournament, right? People are thinking about that, 8 under, whatever it is. So high school state championship is like technical guard. Luckily, these guys here tonight help demonstrate what these workouts even though I might be the best one active lister, I'd say currently right now, Adrian is probably better at it than me. Kind of the plan for tonight. If you guys have that, with the here tonight, have a little bit more confidence yourself, or you guys got that. Ready to roll?
All right, let's dog walk. Right out of my face. Go. Yeah. Axton, what's up, man? See ya. Hey, coach. What's going on? How's it going, man? I see Gracie. She's in there?
Yeah, he's not gonna.
Good. Good.
Running around there.
Good. How's summer going?
Good. Busy. Yeah. How about you guys?
Is it going good?
We're finally done with baseball. Thank God.
It's a marathon. They really it's all over the place. It's not a lot of consistency. That's the part that I was like, Does he like it though?
No, he does, but I think more so because of buddies.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of camaraderie and things.
Yeah.
You use so much time to do it.
But I'm all about getting
You want to be well rounded.
all the different experiences.
It didn't hurt my heart. Here we go. Good job, Hogan. Good. Make me look good, guys. Do them right. Here we go. They look big and scary. I like this dude. What's your name? Orson? I like your hair, man. Copy that. Orson. That kid would be matching. Haircut like that, hey, Orson.
I think he lives in our neighborhood. I think I saw him running across the street the other day.
Mason, use your hands. Put your hands on that.
So Grace got some mad time in up at the camp. For the camps up there.
Yeah.
Well, we just had to say games. I was kind of like, it's a lot. Pretty good. I'm November. It's like school starting last week.
Where you want put a circle in it.
What's that? Oh, yeah, I mean, you're gonna go white light quite. Hey. Time. All right, guys, listen up.
Oh my god.
We're gonna make one kind of like big circle. So just get shoulder to shoulder, kind of like a big oval, all the way around. There we go. Come all the way around here. Right
Stay down
up.
there, stay down there.
Yeah. We don't have to all go on this side. We can just, this all can be cleared out. Don't put it on this side or don't put it on this side. There you go. There we go. Figure this out.
Hey, look here, guys. We're gonna kind of work backwards. This is like, how many of you guys go to school? Right? If we're gonna take a test and I was gonna show you the test, use a study guide, that'd be helpful, right? You know what I'm talking about? You saw the questions to the test, so you went to the end of what's gonna happen, then you know what's gonna happen in the future. So we're gonna show you what to do at the end, and you're gonna show you the end first, okay? Basically, I'm gonna just show you what a half Nelson is. Everybody knows what a half Nelson is, right?
Yeah.
Under the arm, over the head, and over the back. I'm gonna show you that first, because the two moves we're mainly gonna focus on tonight, finish with them, okay? So simple as that. Half Nelson. We'll go under the arm, over the head. The thing that I want to show you is different than maybe you've done this before, especially for your younger wrestlers. Is I'm gonna try to grab their like chin or jaw, okay? Like this whole thing. If he had a headgear on, my fingertip would be in the center of that headgear, that earpiece, okay? So I'm gonna put it all the way around his head. That way, when I get on their back, they're gonna stand on their back and get the pin, okay? So just regular half Nelson. Under the arm, over the head. And right here, this hand is really important. I want to get his chin. Okay? So you can see over there, I've got his chin in my hand. Okay? That's the critical part of this half Nelson. It's going to help me pin him. If I have my hand straight on his chest, Adrian will probably roll over it. Or once I get chest to chest, he just roll over it. So I'm going to finish a half Nelson with the chin. Okay? This little elbow part is going to be on the right of the back of his neck. And then I'm going to grab his chin. Okay? I'm just hooking his whole chin. And then that's going to help me finish him off way, way easier than just the head with the shoulder. Okay? So half Nelson. And when I get right here, I'm going to grab his chin. Okay? Then when I got him on his back, what I'm going to do is I'm going to lift Adrian's head. What's Adrian's coach going to be yelling at him?
Bridge.
Bridge, right? If he bridges his head on the mat and his shoulders are up, does he pin? No. That's the whole thing we're trying to do. I need to see his shoulders on the mat for how long. Referee says one without two without the mat. So I'm going to reach all the way around and hook his chin when I do my half Nelson, chest on chest, and then I'm going to lift his head, and when I lift the head, the elbows up. That makes it so you cannot bridge the shoulders on the mat. Okay, just half Nelson, right here, grab his chin, okay, chest on chest, and right here I'm going to lift his head. The Adrian bridge now, no, it's possible. When he tries to, he can speed down. He presses his shoulders into the mat better. Okay? So what I want you to do is just get on the ground with your partner. All the way to the chin, chest on chest. I'm not going to do this very long, but I want to get that chin part. That's the focus. Okay? You guys ready? You find someone your size. You can give one and they can do it. Yep.
I guess chin.
Ouch.
Chest back, chest back, chest back. Chest.
It just hurts my arm.
Hold on, you guys. Now, right there, you want to do it. Right there. Chest.
Nice. That's good. Get a good episode right over the chest. Chest.
Now, bring this elbow up. Lift your head up. Yeah, there you go.
Have a seat, have a seat. Hey, so, I know that's super simple and basic, but you're like, everybody knows what a half Nelson is, right? If you've ever wrestled, I mean, if it was your first day of practice, you probably would learn a double leg or a single leg. And the next day of practice, they probably teach you a half Nelson. Maybe cradle, right? We all know those moves. We all know a single leg, double leg, half Nelson. But if you can get the half Nelson, that is one of the best spinning combinations. Okay? So that's why I want to show you the end first. So the two moves I'm going to focus on tonight is the the names are called the twister and the snake. Okay, that's what I call them. You might call the same move different names. The names don't matter. Who cares about that? But we want to learn how to do it, right? So they finish with the half Nelson. Okay, so I want you to think about getting that pin. Okay, what Coach Murphy was talking about, the thing I was able to do more so than other wrestlers was pin my opponents, right? We all want to get a pin, and the reason I wanted to get a pin was it gets more team points, right? If I'm in a tournament and I pin my opponent, I get 2 bonus points for my team, right? If I'm in a dual meet and I pin my opponent, I get 6. You get 6 points for team, right? If I pin my opponent. If I just beat him by 2 points, I only get 3 points for the team, right? So my mentality in getting a pin was be efficient, get out there, compete, win, and move on to the tournament with the least amount of effort possible, right? Just get the match over quickly, save my energy for the next match, and give your team more points. That's why I'm always thinking to try to pin my opponent, okay? And some people ask me, well, what do you do the thing where you take them down and let them go? Yeah, I do that sometimes too. The guy's just going to do this and stall and wouldn't let me. So I've done that too. But my goal is to pin the person, right? When you shake hands, you're thinking, oh, pin. And then if you get moves that you can do where you're good at pinning, you think that you can win every match. I've never went out there and started a match where I was like, I can't beat them. Because I knew I had some tricks where I could pin it. Even if they're beating me on points, I can pin them, right? I haven't personally done this, but I've seen it happen. And I've coached a few kids that have done this where they get down like 14 points, right? 1 point away from the touch ball. And then they pin that. Wrestler, and like, wow, it's the biggest comeback possible, right? But if you believe in yourself and you've got techniques you can execute, as long as the ref doesn't stop the match, keep trying and you can always get back and win. That's the cool thing about wrestling. Not many sports are like that, right? If we're in football or losing by 5 touchdowns, you can't just knock them out and win the football game, right? You have to get 5 touchdowns with a 2-point conversion or a field goal or something to beat that. You can't do that in a minute or in 30 seconds or in 12 seconds, whatever. Every wrestling match, if there's still time on the scoreboard and you got time on the clock, you can win the match. Okay? So I'm always thinking that every match. I have techniques that I can do that hit my opponent. I believe in myself in those. I don't care what the score is. So what if they got a takedown? Still pin them. So what if there's just a little bit of time left and the match is almost over? I can still come back and win. Okay? So that's why I wanted to show you the pin first. Okay? So come here, Adrian. So I'm going to tell you a little bit. I don't want to talk to you too much. I want to tell you Adrian's story. So we're driving here. I asked him, like, when was the first time you did Twister? And I think it was the state rules this year, right? He's good at freestyle, the front headlock roll. What do you guys call that move? Gator roll or just front headlock. So he's really good at that. And even though I taught him the Twister, he never really used it. It wasn't his thing. He's a single leg guy. He's a cradler. He's a chicken wing guy. But for whatever reason, that Grand Island kid took a shot and he twisted it. And he's like, wow, that was kind of easy. So then later on, next week, he did it in the state tournament. Semis, right? I think it was against Norfolk, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it might have been the quarter, but I think it was the semifinals. He did like 30 seconds. So, I didn't sweat that match. Maybe we'll do it more in the future. So he knew how to do it, but he hadn't been using it because he didn't need to, right? So that's what's so cool about Adrian is he's got that tool, but he's pinned a lot high percentage of punches than other moves too. So hey, the more techniques you have, then you can just use them when they're there. So that's what's really cool about his story. He knew how to do it, but he never really needed it. So when it's there, he just took it. Okay. So I'm going to show you the snake first. The snake is a half Nelson that starts out on the feet with an underhook. Okay. So I'm going to get an underhook, and I'm going to grab his chin just like I just did. Okay. Once I get the chin, I'm going to keep that the whole time. So this is called an underhook. You guys know these names? Okay. What does Adrian have? What kind of hook is that? Overhook. Yeah. Some people call overhook a wizard. Like when I grab his leg and has an overhook, they call it wizard, right? Terminology here. Coaches are saying these things during matches. You need to recognize the names of the moves, right? So I have an underhook. Okay. Some people grab the body down here. A lot of people call that a seatbelt. It's kind of back of your body or whatever. It's still underhook. You can hook the shoulder. You can hook the body. That really doesn't matter that much. That's personal preference, but I need to have his chin also. Okay? So I'm going to have his chin and an underhook. I almost had that half Nelson. We're just standing up at the time. Okay, I'm gonna squeeze his head really tight. Okay, I've got that chin, and I'm gonna take my elbow and just squeeze it to my body. With everything tight, that way he'll fall on his back a lot easier. If it's loose and up here, he might be thinking about a duck under, a bear hug, or something that's really my back on that. So I'm gonna hold his head tight. Okay, so this chin, and then I just take my elbow. See what my elbow is doing? It's pinching his head to my body. Okay, now I'm gonna take this, and I need to disappear that shoulder. You can see my shoulder? So he's got no sleeve here, and I got a black shirt on. You can see my shoulder really low, right? If we were in the same shirts, it might be hard. I need to disappear that shoulder. What I mean by that is I need to drop my shoulder and reach further. Now my shoulder is underneath his. Okay? Now he's basically pinned. It doesn't know yet. Now all I need to do is step in with my left leg, okay, and just pinch his head tight. Now I'm going to go a little circle. And I'm going to back step and take little baby steps until he falls on his back. Little baby steps. Falls on his back. Still got the chin like we did last time, right? Put his shoulders down. I'm going to put my foot out here so he can't bridge and just hold it. Okay? So the critical part of this, I know you've seen all this stuff, right? It's like a magician when they do tricks. The thing you're not looking at, none of you were looking at my feet, were you? You were looking at the head, you were looking at the underhook part, you weren't watching the feet. Okay? That's the part that matters. I need to step my left foot in the middle of his feet so I can do this. And if I step outside and he's good at it, he'll headlock me. You don't want that. Okay? Who's ever been headlocked? Right, all of us, right? If I step outside his foot and he feels desperate, he's going to be just going for it. He's got to go on his back and say, I'll try to get my move. So I want to step my left foot, which is my underhook hand, in. Okay? Don't step out. What do I mean by that? My left foot, so if you just stand there, my left foot's going to step like here in the middle of his feet, not here. Okay? And that's going to give him a chance. He's going to feel desperate, and he's like, I'm going to try to headlock. We don't want to go on our own back. Okay? So like I said, you're watching all the stuff I do in my hands. The chin hand, the underhook hand, disappear the shoulder, step that foot in, and I twist it down. Okay? So there's a lot of ways of getting ahead. We'll worry about that later. We'll show you a couple options. The chin tight, okay? Underhook here, and I got to drop my shoulder and reach. My shoulder disappeared. Now my left foot steps in. See that? Then all I got to do is chain headlock from here. Hold this head tight. Take little baby steps. It's not a big giant throw. It's actually slower. It's better here. No momentum. You won't roll. Hold the head. Take little steps. Little steps. Get him to fall down. Right there. Lift the head. He's pinned. You guys think you good? I don't know, you guys. I do this in practices. We just have a little clap thing where we just first get going and get to the so I'm going to count to 2. On the third, you're going to clap. Find your partner as we begin. You guys ready? Come on, good. Oh, beautiful.
Ready?
All right, so you start to get that head down. Every so that's bring anything.
How you doing? Good. Good seeing you.
Yeah, it's a little different now because he's 16. He can come up here whenever he wants. Like, I'm going to come over here and see what's going on, man. I'm like,
Oh yeah, yeah. I think this would be good. Yeah, he said he was gonna get the text. I think he was I'll be good. Yeah, I think he's real meticulous with what you want, you know. It's so important that they do it right for your food. Sure. He's the real deal if you go look him up. Oh, I did love it. I did Christ. He's like the one who's writing with other coaches. They finally really good. I can learn those people's content. Yeah, I started looking into it. Wrestlers out in California, wrestling specific. That's what he was saying. A lot of wrestling. No, they just like, you know, it's not football players. Oh, that's, yeah, exactly. So you got your chapter here. You're stepping in, and then you go turn your step back out. Get that hip in, and then just take the side step. You got going on now that you're dropping. Make sure you're here. Okay, now, okay, what do you say about your left foot? You later. Yeah, I'll put hold the head in. Right, now, that's it.
Step in, step backwards, walk.
He's gonna keep on.
You guys can help Hey, you gotta finish that. Oh, Grayson, you gotta finish that.
That'll get right out. You don't forget to put it down. You guys. see the shoulder weight that I said earlier. I was 6 so weird.
How many of you? What's your name? Grayson like shoots all the time. I don't have a chance to get a week. Like shoots on me. Shoot. Definitely. Go. Shoot. I'm kind of like this, right? But I'm on my knees. Can I set my foot in there anymore? Look, he's on our knees. He's on his knees. I'm on my knees. They're caught underhook. Maybe I even have the head, and we're like this. So just relax here. Let my church in it. Can I set my foot in there? Like,
No.
that's weird, right? What I want to do here is have a power foot, okay, and drive off that, and I can do the same thing on the ground. I just got to plunge the underhook. I still have the chin, okay, but this power foot is going to give me something to drive off of and drive that way, and I can get him on his back there, okay, and then everything else is the same. Post my foot, still got his chin, lift the head, squeeze it, chest on the chest, okay. No one here has asked me this. I recommend staying teed out, okay? How many of you guys know the move called the double grapevine or the Saturday night ride? You step both your legs over both their legs and crank the chin. I don't recommend that because they have a chance to roll you over. It is tight, right? It's a cool thing, but what if he rolls me over from the thing? I want to give him the opportunity, right? So when you hear your coaches saying tee out, you know what this means? It's the letter T, right? When I put him on his back in the half Nelson, so I just got him, we're on the ground this time, we're on our knees. I just throw it. We're like the letter T here, right? My body's going that way, and his body's going that way. Okay? So I want to stay chest on chest and just hold his head and then close my foot so he can't break. We're like, just stay there. Good. We're a T. He's this way, and I'm that way. Okay? We're a T. That's what it means, T out, when your coach is telling you this during a match. You're like, T out. And some people are like, time out, no. We'll go talk about the match is continuing, right? So you need to sometimes hear these things that the coach is talking about while you're wrestling. And then you know, so if you lay down on top of them, they're gonna roll you over. And you that, right? So if I get on the ground and still do the move. Chin, underhook, it might take a little bit more strength. So how many of you guys would say like I'm strong for my weight class? Right? Can any of you do 20 pull-ups? Yeah, you do. So when you go to, where's Adrian at? Do you remember 5th grade? So I taught Adrian 5th grade PE, and he did so many pull-ups, like the class had to go, like the class had to just go to the like music or whatever the next class was, and he's like, just go, like these kids over. I don't get hurt. You know how many you did? Probably 30 or something. So when you're younger and your strength training consists of push-ups, sit-ups, pull-ups, right? You want to do a lot of pull-ups. If you're stronger than them, and if I'm stronger than my opponent in my same weight class, I might just throw him back. Now, if he's stronger than me, can I still beat him?
Yes.
Absolutely. I beat lots of wrestlers that, number one, they're a better wrestler than me, and number two, they're stronger than me. And me. Okay? So if you got strength as your advantage, throw him down, hit him, right? If he's stronger than me, so if Grayson's stronger than me, he can do 20 pull-ups, I can only do 3. Am I going to want to go strength on strength? Absolutely not. I'm going to drop my shoulder, just feel the shoulder, get more leverage, and start turning his shoulders, and then it'll be easier. Okay? So whether we're on the ground here, he took a shot, right? He took a shot, the ground legs. And I got his head, up. Yeah, like good shooting, get right there. I almost got my legs, right? He's close. But I have the underhook and I have the chin. I got to focus on this shoulder drop part. And see how his shoulders are kind of like turning like this? That's good for me. He's going closer to the back. Okay? So I need to get that shoulder drop, reach, drop, reach. See, he's already turned. Now if I get my power foot up and I push, we're going back. There's the pin. Okay? So think about that. Use my advantages. If I'm really strong, I can do a lot of pull-ups. Just throw him down, right? Maybe if he shot on me, I can still do the same. Chin, underhook. But I recommend you get that power foot so you have leverage to punch that. Is it gonna work if I'm elbow to elbow and down here? Probably not. I wanna drop the shoulder and reach, okay? So I'm trying to reach, if I could, and touch the belly button. Sounds weird, right? So my underhook hand is trying to reach for the belt, like all the way around if possible. That's gonna take his shoulders like this and start rotating closer and closer and closer. Okay, I'll do one of those on Adrian. Show you what it looks like. Let you guys practice. Very different. So we're gonna pretend he's on his knees. He took a shot or whatever, or we just got here. Okay, I can still do it. I'm gonna get his chin. Okay, I'm gonna get my power foot up here, and I'm gonna drop my shoulder, reach, and then there it is. Boom, goes back. Goes to my foot, lift the head, he's nice and thin. Okay? On the ground, on the feet, it's the same minus that step. Okay? So instead of stepping my foot in there and then twisting down like you would when we're standing up, I get my power foot out there and I drive on that foot. Okay? So let's do a few from the ground. How would we get there? Sometimes he shoots and I catch the head and the underhook. Sometimes I got the head and underhook and he goes down the ground, so he's trying to grab my legs, right? He's trying to double leg me. Then I kind of sprawl just a tiny bit and go on the ground and I punch the other. Okay? Let's go try this. Ready? 1, 2.
True. I bet those guys are going to show up at 7. Good part. I feel like you're not your turn. Let him go on the next
Which way you going?
You gotta dance, huh?
Yeah. You remind me of Chapter.
I don't usually work. My head, I think that works.
But I know we got to
Welcome back to
Yeah, he's 16 pounds. That part's construction.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, he's a wildcat.
I'm Tracy, by the way. Yeah, that's I do that.
Oh, it's done now.
Yeah, Logan loves Yeah, it's always we live in Nebraska, so you got sure. Right. I'll maybe get another bag next door. I don't think you guys want to go
Yeah.
very far.
Originally, he had some like really good things, but
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Hey, Troy, how's it going? You've gotten taller.
Yeah.
Watch them up, don't get taller than me. Cal, don't forget to put that
You're really good. All right, guys, come this way, please. Come this way. Okay, now, I'm going to show you a whole bunch of ways to get their head. Okay? Because what's the most important part here? If I get the head, I can get the underhook easy. If I get an underhook and he's like, I'm not going to have my head, no way, then it's going to be difficult. Okay? Where's Gracie go? Where's Gracie? You thought I heard me or anything. What's this called? Underhook. What does Grayson have? Overhook. Okay. So if I can get this, I can get his head afterwards. Okay. I can do a little gooseneck here. Take this, just circle him around. Oh, look, his head's down. Chin. Okay. I can act like I'm shooting. What's he gonna do and act like I'm shooting? What are we like? Head. Right. So watch this. Just stay right where you're at. Take your right leg only and move it back one step. What happened there? His head got lower. Head, right? Watch me. I'm here in my stance. Right leg goes back, my head goes down. Okay? Every time I take my back step, a lot of guys do this when they're about to shoot. Their right leg leads, they're going to take a little back step, their head just went down. Catch the chin. Okay? So I can get this a lot of different ways. Okay? One of them is just I can just pull it down, right? And grab his neck, pull it down, and go over the top and grab the chin. Okay? As Coach Murphy was saying, when I wrestled, I went after him like a pit bull when they blew the whistle. Okay? And those guys are scared. I saw this guy a couple of weeks ago on 4th of July. His name's Keith Fiala. He was the Class C state champ at the time. And we wrestled at the Albion tournament, and he was so scared to wrestle me. But he should have been probably a better wrestler than me. But I beat him because he was intimidated, just kind of scared, right? They blew the whistle, like, I grabbed onto him and I threw him out of bounds. How many points did I get? 0 points. But he let me win after that. He said, okay, it's okay. You can have this match. Not that important. I don't want to die here. Okay? But if I was like scared, then he's going to come after me with confidence, right? I got to make him so scared he doesn't want to wrestle and he'll just let me win. Okay? So if I come after him aggressively, just force his head down, boom, my head down, then the match is over anyway, right? But if I wrestle like scared, like have you guys ever touched something that's hot? The other night I was grilling, I touched the top of the grill, like I wouldn't even think about it. Ow! My finger, the fingerprints look like they're gone now, right? The thing's at 700 degrees. I touched it for a split second. My hand, if I wrestle him and I go like this, I'm scared that he's going to sense that and he's going to come after me with confidence. I want him going, whoa, 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 I didn't mean, you take it. Okay? So I want to grab onto him like I mean it. If I come after him like, excuse me, sir, can you pick your chin and let me grab your head? He's like, no, right? But if I just take his head, just force it in there and take my underhook and boom, hit him, it's going to be more effective, right? So whatever technique you're doing, you do it with authority, it's easier. If you're hesitant, or he senses you're hesitant or not very confident, it's going to be harder to move. Okay? So why am I saying that? There's a lot of different ways of doing it. I could collar tie, snap his head, punch my underhook in, snap his head again, and go over the top and grab chin. Okay? It's a process that I can do that. I can dig my underhook. I can get my gooseneck in here and circle him and circle him and circle him and circle him and pull his head's down back to the chin. And then make him go back. Okay? So higher level guys, you high school guys, you get an underhook here, and he's gonna be blocking his head here, and I'm gonna fake a single leg, Grayson move his leg back, move it like that, oh look, his head got down. Okay? So the higher level opponents you get, the better your setups have to be. Okay? So how many of you like to watch football? Like, football season's coming up, right? You guys are probably some crazy fanatics, Husker fans, right? Who's the guy that has the ball? What's his name? Quarterback. And who does he give the ball to?
Running back.
How does he do it? Does he just go, okay, big ball?
No, he didn't.
Anybody know? Yeah, handoff, right? So I'm going to pretend I'm the running back. I'm going to pretend his head is the football. We're getting our stances, right? And I'm just going to go and grab his head, top of the head, bottom of the head. Right? Now he can't escape me out of his head. At the top of his head, at the bottom of his head, I can move him around and stuff. I got just like the running back hold the football, and then I can punch my underhook in. Okay? So I can do that two-step process too, with the collar tie and chin hold, just head pull and the underhook. Okay? There's a lot of ways of getting there. Okay? Me as a wrestler, I would be a little bit sneaky sometimes, and I would just keep my underhook down like this. And I just let him shoot. Shoot. Underhook. Head. Okay? I'm going to waiting for it. This is called a down block. Okay? There's a lot of ways of doing it. Head in the hole, pull it down, football hold, got him. Okay? I can underhook, take a leg attack, and move his head, go down, gotta move the leg. Okay? I can force it down just by pulling and pulling and pulling, and then get the chin. Okay? There's a lot of ways to get his head down. But if I can get his chin and I get underhook, I can pin him every time. Okay? Then the only doubt on my mind is, can I do it in bounds? We don't go out of bounds, the clock can expire. I know I can get him. Just can I get him inside the circle and before the time runs out, right? So I never thought, oh, I hope we beat this guy. I'm just like, I hope I can get him before the time runs out. Or I hope I can get him there, but not out of bounds. Okay? So underhook, pull his head down, chin. Collar tie with my opposite hand, make the hold, and the hold. Gooseneck with this, underhook with this, pull, 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 capture the chin. There's a lot of ways. And I'm not even showing you all the ways. Okay? How about if your opponent knows what move you're going to do? You just don't do it? What do you do?
You can either act like I know one way, except it seems pretty stupid. You can act like you're trying to do that move and
Do something else?
do something
I
else.
love that. You're smart. What's your name?
Waylon.
Waylon, you got 4 point on GPA and get a full ride scholarship in college. He's a genius. If I was these kids, I'd follow you around and do everything. You get good grades in school?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So I can fake something and do something else. This guy knows what I want with his hand. Chin, right? Grab my hand, say, Grab my wrist. He's like, no way, right? Or he doesn't want me to underhook when he grabs my wrist. Well, I can't do my move now, right? I still can't. If I can get his head, I don't even need an underhook. They can keep my wrist. Hold on. Squeeze hard. Turn my fingers, not 2 hands up. Squeeze my hand so hard that with the right hand, the fingers turn purple. Yeah, look at that. That's tight. I just take my head, put it over here. Still do the same. Okay. He thought he had me stopped. He's like, I got his hand. He can't underhook me. There's always another way. Okay. It just moves his arm on the other side of the hand. So what I want you to think about, there's a lot of options here, right? Find a way to get his head. tap his head down, underhook second, underhook first, work the head down, gooseneck and push away, fake a high crouch or single, he moves his leg, capture the head, then snake into the back, and then we're going to break back into the twister for like 7:30. And then the last few minutes, we'll give you some other moves in that position, and we'll try to give you some live situational wrestling, like try it out, kind of game plan. Sound good? So before we go, if you have a way of getting your head down, raise your hand. Go. Yes, the ball hold. Good job. What do you got? Wait for him to shoot. Yep, good job. Anybody else? Yep. What do you got? Yep, good job. What do you got? Fake the leg attack. That's really good, especially if you hire little, you high school kids. When you fake the leg, you hook their leg and their head lowers. Okay? So think about how am I going to get that head and underhook, and then you're going to snake them to the back. You can snake standing, you step in the middle and twist them down, and you can snap the gap. Twist them down there too. You guys ready to do it? You got a lot of options, so it's up for you to pick the options that you want to do. Okay? Let's go. 1, 2.
Yes. Oh. Okay. I'll let you Okay, I'll watch. I was looking to see.
I did. I want you folks to check the other one. That's all I want. Pose on me. Make sure you have it. Bunch of scrubs. But hey, remember, stay teed out. Stay teed out. Or wait, let's see it. So when the guy shoots, you have to put your leg back, put your arm under. All right, wait, go. Deep, deep. You guys gotta get away from it. Now I want to see you guys do it all. The other guys shoot. So, the other guy shoots, and the other guy shoots.
I know it's
You're parallel. Means that you have to be out here. I got him out. Team. Hey, make sure you have
Now's your shot.
So, you go, you have your hand here. You're trying to muscle. There you go. So this arm, you're trying to get it.
Hell, stop that leg. We're gonna be on the top of it. The right leg down, top of it.
Jack it down. So you can see it. So I'm here. I want to. Once you get the shoulders here. You're here. You can try
I'm ready, guys. Bring it over here. Okay, now, let me give you a little backstory here. It's funny. A little backstory. So, Coach Murphy has a lot of cool pictures back there. One of them, I think I know everybody, but like 2 people in the whole picture. One of them I know who he is. I just can't remember. Someone said his name, like, yeah. But there's a guy named David Miller. Okay? So I graduated from Kearney High School. This guy named David Miller. I don't know his high school record off the top of my head, but it's something in 2. Okay? So maybe he won like 130 matches and only lost 2. Okay? That's pretty incredible, right? So when he was a freshman, he lost 1 match in the state finals. And then later on, somewhere, I don't know where it was, he lost a match. It wasn't. So he won 3 state titles and got second the other year. That's a pretty amazing high school career, right? He was notorious for doing this move. So the teams that wrestled our team, you know, I was a high school teammate, so he graduated before I started it, but they were trying to stop that snake, and they would voluntarily go down to their hands and knees and ball up, and then I would hit a lot of twisters. And I didn't know it, and then I was actually talking to him at the national tournament in Fargo. He was telling me how he got a lot of that, and other teams were scouting him. They're like, hey, if he gets the chin and underhook, you might as well just go to your knees. He's fighting chin again and stuff like that. Well, me, I was good at the twister. I was like, these guys are just letting me do it. They're just going down on the ground and they're just twisting. It's like, wow, this is crazy. They're letting me. Because they've been scouting that dude who pinned so many people in the snake that they were all scared of it. So they were being taught, hey, grab your hand off your chin, get hand control, 2-on-1, get it out of there, right? Or go down to the ground and get a really wide base so that it's harder to snake you, right? It's easier actually to do it on the feet. I know it doesn't seem like it is, but some of you guys are figuring that was you were over here like, and I saw him was like, should I snap and get that power foot, or should I stay up and step in here? He was kind of feeling it out. It's cool to watch him think through that process. Okay, you're all going to be there in matches, right? Figure out what's the easiest way to put them on the back. Okay, so I wanted to give you that little backstory, and that's the reason why. But in high school, I was starting to get this, and I was like, it's just kind of left me. Weird, but I still did it. I was thankful. Okay, so we're going to do the twister now. Now, the twister is basically half Nelson. So is the snake, right? How are we going to land? Chest on chest. Adrian's on his back. I'm on top of him. I have his head, and I have his armpit. Okay, we're in the same place, but I'm going to roll to it instead of driving to it. Okay, that's the only difference. Now, reasons why I would do this is if Adrian posts, he's going to have his own power foot when I'm trying to snake him, and I can't do the snake because that foot's in the way, then I go the other way, the twister. Okay? It's kind of like you said it best. If something is not working, I act like I'm going to do something and do something else, like the opposite. Instead, right? It's a fake out, you might say. Okay? So I'm going to get Adrian in the snake position, and we're on the ground. And here I am. I got my power foot. My underhook's pretty deep. My shoulder's not disappeared, but I've got them pretty tight. So put your left leg in. He's stopping the snake. See this? I don't have it. You drop my shoulder really good. I'm just not that strong. That leg is in the way. That's a major problem. That leg is stopping that move from working. Okay? But instead of just sitting there and going, what should I do next? Should I fail? Should I let go of everything? Should I go behind? I'm going to go that way with my twister. Okay? So all I need to do is get back out in front of him. Okay? I'm going to line up my body with his. So we can have a little rhyme here, or spine to make one line. Okay? You know what your spine is? Here's Adrian's spine. Mine's going to go right on top of it. And I'm going to get my feet in front of him. Okay? On my feet, off my knees. That's important. I'm going to pull this underhook. I'm going to put my head in the armpit, and then I'm going to hip heist. Okay? So he's fighting this. I just can't get it, right? I don't have that much horsepower. I'm not that strong. I just can't. There's only so much leverage I can get. So I'm going to go that way. Okay? I'm going to pull the underhook. The chin stays smack the whole time. That never changes. I'm going to pull the underhook, stick my head in here, his armpit, and then I'm going to hip heist. Okay? So right here, I'm going to hip heist. My hips are up. This helps me get up on top. I still got his chin. I still got the underhook. Okay? My hips are up. I'm going to do a hip heist again. And then I'm going to punch the mat. Look right in. It's crazy, right? Same thing. That's why we did that first. Everything's tight. Okay? The chin, tight. Underhook, tight. And then I just roll. Do I want to go towards the underhook or away from it? Towards the underhook. Why? Because I'm locking his arm to his head. It's all one and just everything's turning. A lot of people are like, oh, this move should be illegal. You're turning their head backwards. Like, ow, it's not true. You're holding their chin tight. You're holding the underhook tight. His head and arm look like this, and his shoulder, head, and neck all going as one unit, and he's rolling over all together. Okay? I want to stay out in front of him so we're straight. Our spines are lined up. Okay? If I get out here at an angle, then it starts turning, and it'll be hard to roll over. Okay? So I got to be off my knees, on my toes. So without him, I'm going like this, and I'm just going to flip like that. Okay? Faster the better. This is not a move that works slow. It works fast, right? There's a few wrestlers that are really good at this, and I believe one of them came here a few weeks ago and did a clinic, Chad Red. You guys remember that guy? He is really good at the twister. Like, kind of like Adrian, he's really good at a lot of other stuff too. We didn't use it that much, but he did use it a few times. He got a couple pins in state tournament. I think it was junior year, I believe. So that's what's cool is when you're already good, you got a lot of skills, and this just adds to it. Okay? So me, I primarily did it because I wasn't as good as Chad Red, but I probably did more Chad Red. Right? I was focused on it. He was just doing it sometimes. So head is tight. You got the chin the whole time. Underhook is going to pull, and that's going to make room to stick my head in there. But when I hip heist, it's got to be fast. You don't want to hip heist slow. Because then they're going to try to put you in your back. Okay? So I'm going to have Adrian hit a few pushes on me. He's awesome. I need like double hip replacement, double knee replacement, a couple spine surgery. So they're fighting here. You can go that way. So here's what I have with Nick. I'm going to have Will just take a shot, and Adrian's going to go chin, underhook, and hit a twister. And then I'm going to have Adrian snap him down on purpose and act like he's going to snake. And then Will post his left foot out to stop the snake, and then he'll just take a twister. We'll do it kind of full speed, but kind of slow. So the first one, he's just going to take a shot, kind of slow-mo. He's going to catch the chin, catch the underhook, and just go twister. Punch the underhook, got the chin tight. Easy pin, right? So that's if they shoot. Adrian's just going to sting it, right? He's like, you shoot. I got the head, I got the underhook, go. Now I want you to snap him down and act like you're going to snake. And Will's going to post his left foot up. So he's going for snake. It's not there. His left foot, twist. Punches that underhook, chest to chest. Is your heart rate up? Now hit one fast. You just take a hard double leg shot, here you go. Instinct. Oof. Looked easy, right? Now I'm going to slow him down a little bit. Adrian's got awesome hip heights. And this is what's crazy. I was telling you a story earlier. Is he never did a twister in a match until the state duels this last year. It was junior year in high school. He had already been in the state finals. He had already been a 2-time state medalist, and he just hadn't needed it, or that situation wasn't there before. Probably because he pinned him so fast. So Watch him. He doesn't let his knees touch the ground. He stays on his toes when he hip fights. Okay, one more. So just snap him down. We'll watch the Adrian's feet. So, punches. Awesome hip fights. Okay. Should it look like this? Grab it. What's he gonna do to me? He's gonna pin me. Yeah. It's because my body is flat on the ground. See that? It's not a roll. Okay? It's not a rollover. It's a hip heist. So I'm here. My feet are on the ground. I lift this arm and I hip heist. Okay, and then I punch it. So it's a hip heist. What other moves? See if you guys know this. There's two moves that I'm thinking about that use a hip heist. What's those moves? Yeah.
I think I might know one.
You're on bottom and you do a hip heist. What's that called?
Referee's position.
So what's a move called? Go. Some people, yeah, sit out, turn in is what I call it, but I think that's what you're switching.
Turn back.
I don't know what that is exactly. Switch, right? You know what a switch is? You're on bottom, that guy's on top of me. I do a hip heist, right? Grab his leg, I scoop, I'm on top. The other one is the cross switch rolls. So I pull and I do a hip heist. So hip heists are all over the place in wrestling. Some of you guys on bottom are doing hip heists as an escape move. He just did one. Yeah, that's hip heist. If you can do those moves, you can hit a twister. So chin, underhook, pull, hip heist, and then punch the half Nelson. Don't hurt each other. I want to show this. Who's your partner? Grab him. So grab him in a twister. You're getting ready to do it. I want to show you the thing that could possibly hurt your friend, and I want you to do that. So come out here. So
Like what?
Grayson's gonna. I'll just show you. I'll show you. Grayson's gonna hit a twister on Wyatt, right? Are you Wyatt?
No way.
Waylon, I'm sorry. Go down. Grayson's gonna hook it up. He's got the chin. He's got the underhook. Okay. Grab his chin now. Put all your weight on him. Put all your weight on him. Now, before Grayson goes, we do not want Waylon's arm flopping around out here because he might stick his elbow out, hurt his elbow. We don't want that to happen. So we're going to ask Waylon to flex his arm. Okay, this is a precautionary move. Now, what Grayson's going to do is tuck his head over here and roll this way. This is slow mo with assistance. I get on top, punch the mat, hit my step on top. Tee out. Okay, so you should be able to do that without me puppeteering you. But we don't want Waylon to have his arms like this when the guy's getting a twister because he might pop his elbow. We don't want that to happen. So when you're the guy on the bottom or girl, right, just grab their elbow. So don't put your hands on the ground. Okay, so be careful about that. We don't want anybody to get hurt. That's always my biggest fear. When someone tries it the first time is they hurt their friend. Okay, so when you're on bottom and they're doing the twister on you, they're going to have your chin. They're going to pull the underhook, and I want you to like flex that arm. Okay? Don't stick your hands on the ground when you get ready to do it. Sort of demonstrate that. Yeah.
I also think he outright popped my arm. My armpit hurts for some reason.
Okay. Well, if you have the USA card, they'll pay up to $1 million. Is everybody ready to roll?
Yep.
Let's go. 1, 2.
Blaze, what kind of shirt you wear? Orange. Thanks for gear for helping out. Appreciate it.
I did not know about
Good job. Okay, couple things. I didn't talk that much about the head part, but it's, man, you guys, these ladies are doing awesome. Boys, they're setting the bar pretty high. I didn't see the other. I need to see these other two smaller. Are you good at it? All the other girls are just hitting them.
They nailed it.
That's awesome.
Show 'em.
You want to do one in front of everybody?
I will.
We'll give you a minute, then we'll come back to you. Okay? So I want to talk about. We talked a lot about alarm, and I saw most of you doing a great job of that, and no one's walking around with hurt elbows. That's good, right? Now I want to talk about where my head is and what's your name? Maya did it beautifully. I was like, wow, I didn't even talk about that. She's got good instincts in this position. That's awesome. So what I want you thinking about is, where am I looking when I do this? Okay. So a lot of things, they'll tell you to look where you're going, right? If I'm driving a car and I'm looking right, turn left, who knows what's over there, right? I need to look where I'm steering my car, right? So I'm going to look towards my roll. So if I have a right-handed underhook and left, or right-hand chin, left-hand underhook, I'm going to go left, and I'm going to look in there, okay? That's going to get my head out of the way so I don't crush my head, okay? So if I want to go, I do this both ways. I go this way and this way, just because I just had to adapt because my opponents are scouting me so much. They're peeling this chin hand off, and I was like, I can't do the twist anymore. You just took my hand on the chin, right? I need the hand on the chin to do it. So what I would do is I'd snap you down, you peel the chin hand off, and I just switch sides and go this way. Okay? So before I go though, I'm going to look in, and I'm going to try to look at Adrian in the face. Okay? Kind of weird, right? But look, I want to see his eyeballs. Why? Because I know I'm not going to smash my head. Okay? So if I'm going to go, I'm going to go towards you. If I'm going to go here and I'm going to stick my ear on his back, it doesn't matter which way, and I go, right now, he's smashing my head. Like, ow! Right? His whole body's smashed on my head. That doesn't feel good. And it slows me down on the twist part of it, right? I don't want to speed bump. I don't want to get there and my head slows down and I squish in my head. I want to go underneath him and make a really fast rotation here. Okay? So what helps with that is I look underneath, and I'm actually going to look at Adrian. I'm pulling this underhook, and I can see his face. That's when I know it's green light. Just go. Okay? So if I'm here and my ear's on his back, I probably don't want to go right now. I've got it tight. My feet are set, but I don't want to go because my head's in a bad spot. I'm going to crush my head. I'm going to stick my chin basically in his armpit. Okay? I'm looking at his face, and then when I hip heist, I never slowed down my roll, and then I gotta hook this armpit because he's gonna try to roll that way some, right? And then I just punch the mat, get on top, and I've got that chin. Ready, girls? Okay. So what I want you to focus on is you're gonna look her in the face and then twist her. So get your head all the way in there and make eye contact. Can you see her? Can you see her? Yeah. Then you can go left. Ready? Go left. Boom, and punch the underhook and finish the half Nelson. Pretty good, pretty good. That was good. So you're going to get your hand and underhook. Yep, she's got the chin. You're going to go left also. Can you see her face right now? Nope, so tuck your head. Yep. And then you're going to go left. Right on top of the boy, just rolling over here. That's okay, just rolling over. Okay, what did she do differently? She did like what you do with a gut wrench. You look away from it and drag her shoulder and then go. Okay? So it's easy fix. Come back. You want come this way a little bit. Come closer to me. There you go. That way those boys aren't even in your mind. So look at that head and underhook. You're gonna look in there and then just keep your head and go left. Keep your head down in there. Boom. Punch the underhook. Good job. Easy fix. Right? That she didn't smash her head that time. She did mess up her hair a little bit. But not bad. Okay, so if you focus on, I'm looking at my opponent, okay? So if she can see her face because your underhooks pulled and her head's down in there, you won't get your head squished, okay? How many of you felt like your partner would squish your head? A few, right? But like I was watching Maya, right? Maya did it, and I was like, wow, that was smooth. Because she had her head tucked, okay? So on your knees, no. On your toes, yes. Pull everything tight and then tuck your head. If you can see their face, go. And if you do it good, you're actually going to have a problem of, they're trying to roll too fast rather than I'm going here and smashing my head too slow and trying to figure out how to get on top. Then all you got to do is hold the underhook tight, punch around their back. Okay? So focus on the head this time. Tucking your head, hit a hard hip heist, and then finish them off the half. Then we're going to show you a few other moves that are going to come from this same position. Okay? Let's go. 1, 2. Good job.
I know what I'm doing.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, guys, let's see it. Let's do it. Real quick, if you're gonna hit your wall, go back to that position. Now what you're doing, Zach, are you good at it here? No, this right down the neck.
Once you pin him in there, you do it. Where it's and if it once they get lucky, they'll do it all the time. That's the problem.
Well, then you're gonna never.
Actually, no, Champlain does it. You guys get the max out of it. That's kind of weird. He doesn't do his thing. He does good. He does good. He acts like he's going to do it. Never does.
Really confusing. I know. It's like Hey, Coach Adam. I've never done this before. Nobody else has done this with buddy. Okay. No, it's not. The big boys.
Good job.
Hey, Adam, you want to be in that? Nope, the one here. I don't know. People want to
Yeah, that was good. You're setting up. You're rolling to the yes. Get on top. Punch, Adrian. Punch. Go the other way. Now, yeah. Don't let go. So there's a spot. You're like, how do I get on top? The fan. That was pretty good. Right now, you're right second.
I think he has like baseball.
Hey, hustling. Hey, look. Wow, I'm scanning the group here, and most of you, I think everybody's pretty much got it. So you've got to know a couple things here, okay? So you guys would not believe how many people I've met. Like this little guy, maybe have you already done twisters before? So I meet him, I spend 5 minutes, and then next thing you know, their dad emails me a video. He's like, "Hey, you just did this in the high school state championship." Cool. So this guy from Fargo, North Dakota, his name's Ken. So this is hilarious. In 2010, okay, the year is 2022 right now, right? A long time ago. In 2010, his son was 4, and I actually never met him in person. I sold him one of my DVDs on eBay, and then he emailed me and said, "Yeah, my son just hit your move in match." It was kind of cool. And I never heard from him after that. I emailed back, said, "Yeah, that's the coolest thing for sharing day by day, right?" It was really cool. It's that video. In 2022, he emailed me again. He's like, "Is this still your email address?" And I was like, "Yes." He's like, "Hey, my son just did a twister in the state finals. He's from North Dakota. He was losing by like 7 or 8 points, and he hit a twister in the third period, and he held the kid there like the whole third period, and then finally pinned him." And here's what's crazy: he was gonna lose. He only got 5 points. He was losing by like 8, I think. He was gonna lose. I would have been maybe saying, "Hey, let him up and take him down, or try to trip." He just kept squeezing on it, and then finally got the pin. Right? So why am I telling you this? You need to do it at the right time. Okay? Early in the match. Okay? You guys all know someone you probably wrestled before and you beat him. Like, I'll try against that guy. Right? So Blaze was talking about his cousin, my other nephew. He does it quite a bit, but he really doesn't do it. He didn't do it in the state semifinal, the state championship match. He usually uses the early rounds of tournaments to get the guys who knows he can probably beat him. And it's just a save time kind of thing. Instead of beating the guy 3-0 where he got an escape and a takedown, and the rest of it was hard fought, he snaps it down, twists it with the pins, and gets it over with, and then he gets fresh for the next match. So early on, right, before you've ever done this in a match, do it in practice, right? And that's any move. But this move is risky because you go on your own back, right? Do it in practice. If it's working in practice, I mean, you're like, yeah, it's working in practice. Now, I can start thinking about doing it in a match, okay? When do I want to do it in a match? Yep. When you get the front headlock. Now, more specifically, early in the match before my opponent gets sweaty and slippery, right? Because I'm grabbing their chin and they're all sweaty, I'm going to slip off. The arm's going to, So if they're all sweaty and there's only like 15 seconds left in the match, it's harder to do, okay? So early in the match before you get sweaty, and then you can, hopefully you just pin them and the match is over. Also, though, early in the match, give yourself a chance to come back if you made a mistake, right? We don't want to beat ourselves, right? We want to try to win, we want to do our best, be proud of the effort we put in, right? And I would tell you this, I'm sure Coach Murphy tells you this. It's more important to put 100% effort into the match than win the match, okay? All these great wrestlers that you see like winning the Olympics and stuff like that, they didn't start out being like, rah, win every match. They lost a lot, but they worked really hard and they gave 100% effort, and slowly the results improved, right? They started winning tournaments, they started going to bigger tournaments, placing bigger ones, winning. Pretty soon they're the best guy in the state, the country, the world, whatever it is, okay? But if you put 100% effort out there, you're better off anyways. But if you go early in the match and you try a twister, it doesn't work, you give yourself a chance to come back, right? So if I do it early in the match, I have a chance, maybe I do it later and then hit a good one and pin him. Or maybe, hey, it didn't work and I gave him a takedown, that's okay, but I can keep wrestling the match and come back and be fine, okay? So early in the match, so I have a chance to come back, and especially if it's an opponent you've already beat before, you think, hey, if I made a mistake and landed on my own back, even if I gave up 5 points and fought off my back, I'm down 5-0. The last time I beat him by 6, I beat him 11-5. This is okay. I'm okay. I can still beat this person by 6. I can score more points with other techniques and still win the match. 6-5, or whatever it might be. Okay? So early in the match before they're sweaty, and do it in practice before you do it in matches, and you're going to be better off. And then the second scenario, or maybe third scenario, is when you're losing and you got nothing to lose, right? If I'm already losing, I will try some moves, right? That's why I was a dangerous opponent. You got 13 seconds on the clock. You better not touch me. You better not shoot a bad shot. You better not go like this. You better not go underneath. I'll pin you, right? So, like I said, it's one athlete, and there are a couple incidents. The one that comes to mind, his name's Ivan Wolf, and he plays third state for me. And he was losing 14-0, okay, at the beginning of the third period. He's about to get tech fault, okay? And to make it worse, his opponent chose down. What's likely to happen when the opponent gets bottom? He escapes. He gets point 15, nothing, tech fault, match is over, right? So, but he pinned that guy in twister. It was awesome. That was like the biggest comeback you could possibly do. Okay? So I'm going to show you some other ways you can get in that position. Okay? So I'm going to show you what Ivan Wolf did. Okay? Adrian's beat me 14-0. Okay? Is that fun? No. Really? You're losing by 14. You're this close to tech ball. He chooses down. I'm like, oh, great. Right? So he's down, and I'm losing by 14. I could go out front, get my front headlock, chin under it, hit a twister and pin it. Okay? So here's how I do it. So he gets set. I can be sneaky about it and do regular referee's position. My elbow hand goes to chin, and my belly button hand goes to under it. So I just go like this. Sweet phone ringer, right? It's not mine. Mine's what is love. Okay? Elbow, belly button. You'll never know. Elbow goes to chin. Belly button hand goes to underhook. Okay? I got to get out there fast. Adrian's beating me 14-0, right? Chin, underhook, pull, twister, pin. Okay? Now, do I want to let go of this position and beat me 14-0? No way. I better sink it deep, hold that chin tight, block the shoulder, boost my foot, lift the head, and do everything perfect because he's beating me. Okay? So that's one way of doing it. I just get out front. Other way of doing it from top is I do what they call the optional start position. Have you ever seen this happen? You have to tell the official. So if coach is the referee in this match, I'd say, referee, I want to do the optional start position. And I go, Okay, when they say bottom and get down, what I do is I put my hands on his back. Okay? This makes it faster for me to go right here. Just go. Okay? So that's another way I can do it from the top position. I've done that. When I was wrestling a match and I showed the ref this, what does that guy think I'm doing? Oh, he thinks I'm letting him get a free escape. I'm just going to let you go, right? Just let you up and give you the escape so I can take you down again. That's the trickery of this, right? That's what you said earlier. Act like you're going to do something, do something else. It's a setup, right? When I do the optional start to the official, he automatically thinks, hey, this guy's letting me go. They go like this. They go, sweet. He stands up, and we just play the takedowns, right? When he thinks I'm letting him go, is he all ready to wrestle? Not as much. I go out front, boom, go. Okay. Now, I want to show you some other ways you can get in this position. Okay. Let's say I shoot a single leg on Adrian. Okay. What's Adrian going to do? Sprawl and wizard. Right. When he wizards, he unlocks my hands. See what he did? My hands are locked, and he's withered, and then I'm like this. Okay. Look where I am, guys. What can I do? I haven't got it. The match is over. Okay, I can do the twister, but I have to get out in front a little bit more, get off my knees, right? There's so many times in a match you get there and you don't even think about it. Okay, so I got a single leg, he wizard really good, unlock my hands. I'm like, oh, I just lower back, chin, power foot, put him on the back. Okay, so there's a lot of ways of getting there. You're there a lot, and you might not even think about it. Okay. Does anyone here know a move called the Gazoni? You know it? You're on the bottom, face those guys. Do a sit up. My head's hanging, grab my head, roll. Oh. Yep, the arm, yep, do it. Yes. Now, I want you to do it with grab my head. Okay, sit out. He's in a sit out position. I just have the ability of an elbow. I never even moved, right? He's going to grab my head. I'll start going, and I'm going to kind of resist. Look what happened. Where's your right hand? Underhook it. Underhook. Grab my belly. Drive. How'd that happen? I was on top, right? Grab your partner at the same side. First off, I'm shocked you know the name of this. That's old. I had like 1970 before I was born.
Cody Glover just taught it last week. And I never heard of it. I was like, what are you talking
So
about?
he did a sit out. And top guy's dangling his head here, right? So he starts to grab his head. It doesn't matter which arm, really. Start rolling a little bit. Now resist. You resist, 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 and then snake him. Pinch. Just half Nelson, guys. Every snake is a half Nelson. Every twister is a half Nelson. A pinch, right? Have you ever thought about that? Is that from that position? Their head's there. When you start rolling him, he's like trying to back up and he's resisting, he's staying hands and knees basically. And you've got his shin you, and it's like, oh look, underhook him to his back. Do that one more time. There's so many scenarios.
You get a chance, could you review how important it is to have that chin?
Yep. So, sorry, go on now. Top guy kind of resist, don't go on your back. Now it's gonna be hard. So relax. He's gonna do it on me. I want you to see what I'm doing. I want you to see what I'm doing. So this is sit out. He's going for it. I'm like, oh no, I'm trying to back up, and he's got my head down and my arms up here. See? He just underhooks me. Doing an underhook. Yes, and then just throw it to the thing. Yeah. You were rolling with it, which is fine. Okay, there's a million ways, guys. There's a million ways. So what I want you to think about is get myself in the position where I have a chance to get a pin, right? So early in the match, so you beat me last week, okay? You beat me by 10 points. Could you twister, do it wrong, get down 5-0, still beat me 10-5? They beat me 10-0 last time. So he's got to believe in himself. Like, even if I made a mistake, he can come back and still make it work. Okay? So, but that would be my biggest advice. Do it in practice so you know how to do it. And when you wrestle live in practice, it's working because you're like, oh, I'm good at matches. Do it early in the match so you have a chance to come back. If he's beaten before, try it against that guy. Or late in the match, give yourself a chance to win. All you got to do is get the head, get the underhook, throw them to the back. Snake them, twist them. Depends on where they're at. Okay? So that would be the biggest advice I'd give you on it. on the timing, when to do it, when not to do it. Okay, I'm going to show you one detail, but I'm not going to practice this. So I want you to go hands and knees and you pick up a chin and under. Okay. So he should not do this, the twister, if this guy, the Broncos fan, is backing up. Crawl backwards. It's going to be hard, guys. Crawl backwards, and then you try to go for it. Crawl backwards, crawl backwards, crawl backwards, crawl backwards, crawl backwards. Still got it. Okay? You're good at it, right? If he's crawling backwards, what happens is he has momentum going this way. This guy tries to twist, and then he's still going backwards, and ends up like, didn't go, right? Or they like sprawl on their hands and knees. You want them in a ball, okay? So stay right where you are. Get your head and underhook again. Underhook, yep. Now, if he's on both his knees, this guy can just twist her. If he's up, off his knees, you don't want to go. If you get a really wide base, your feet are far apart. Stay there. Put this foot here. Yep, and then put that foot further away. And do like this. On your toes. Up off that knee. Off your left knee. Just get on your toes only, no knees. Yes. Does he want to do it right here? No. Maybe he's good at it like me. I can do it on the feet. Most people can't. I would recommend you just do it on their knees. All he has to do is pull really hard. Pull. Snap him. Pull. He's on his knees. And then when his knee touches, then he can go. So that's what he's kind of looking for as he's getting setting this up, higher level. Pull and make him go like this. And then go. Okay, so pull once hard, pull, knee touches, pull, and then go. Yes, that was very high level setup. Okay, this guy knows he's going to try it, right? He's trying to keep his wide base and off his knees because he knows it's going to be hard to come back. Okay, so just some other things to think about. You can do it at any time in the match. You can be on top and do it. You can be on bottom and be dead his zone like this guy. Catch the head, underhook, snake him to the back. Okay, a lot of positions there. So we only have a few minutes left. What I want you to do is, with your partner, try to wrestle it out and like go 100%, or maybe like 75%. Does that make sense? We call this sparring. So me and him are just wrestling, and we're both doing our moves, but I'm resisting a little bit, so it's realistic, right? If I'm just like totally loose, I just fall down on everything, it's not going to have a realistic feel like it would be in a match or a live go. So go like 75% and try to feel it. Am I going to snake him? Am I going to twist him? Which one's there? Take which one they give me, right? If his foot's up, I can't snake over there. I might want to do a twister. If he's on both feet, I might do what he just did and snap them so they land on the knees, and then you can go twist. Okay? So just kind of sparring. You're both going like 75%, trying to see if you can get in that position and hit a twister or a snake. You guys ready?
Yes.
Let's go. 1, 2. 10
Hand.
minutes. Have some fun.
Let's go.
Get that position. Get that chin. Get that
We're straight. Like basically just doing set up our like 70s right. All you do is what you got. Get the chin. I'll start there. You can have it in it. I'll just nice. The mat is
That was better. You just got to punch, right? Remember how to punch this hand? Look right here, right? That was much better. That was about the right.
You paid him to mention that move?
I did not.
I never heard of that before last week. You heard it twice.
That's what I call it. Because only with the head. Only with the hands. Yeah.
You're like this. Too many eyes. Finish it, buddy. Break
You're playing. Hey, come here, Mike. Hi, done now.
Yes.
His little brother's up at his mom's right now. He's working her out. We're trying to get it.
Make sure you get your legs back. So you get your legs. Also, you lost it. Yeah, but that's important. The more you do it, the better you get.
All right, time, guys. Come close. Sit around this little
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, we've only got like 2 minutes left, and I want to plant some ideas in your head, okay? First off, thanks for having me. I love doing stuff like this. I coach wrestling all the time. I coach youth wrestling, coach high school wrestling, any ages. I love doing it. It's fun. When I was wrestling competitively, if anybody was like, hey, teach, I just wrestle, like, no way. My secret, right? Now I'm doing wrestling and share with everybody. I don't even care if you go to school that wrestles every Saturday. So, hey, if I have something to share, I share. That sounds kind of wrong, right? Go north south. I'm trying to meet you guys. I got a plan there. So we're gonna outlaw backflips. So I'm gonna get a little trampoline. I'm gonna put in the corners that can do backflips. -30 points. Do that all this piece. It's in the works. Okay, that little bag that holds the spike ball thing looks just like a trampoline. So it's gonna be perfect. Anyways, I'm gonna hold the foot and go out. So, anyways, what I want to talk to you about, all jokes aside, that's kind of serious, but kind of joke. I want you to think about setting goals for yourself. I was telling Coach Murphy this last week. I went to the Nebraska USA Wrestling Convention. They had Brad Bearing. All the coaches in here know who Brad Bearing is. We'll see if Joel Adams can surpass him. But as of this moment, Brad Bearing's the best wrestler, most accomplished wrestler of all time to come from the state of Nebraska. Okay, that's some of you guys might be from Iowa. There's a million Iowa guys who did better than the best Nebraska guy, but maybe we'll get there. He was a silver medalist in the World Championships. He was on the Olympic team. He was a 3-time state champion in high school, and he was a national champion for the Huskers. Okay, it was about as good as you could get. Okay, and he talked about setting goals for himself and what he did. I was like, wow. As soon as I got a piece of paper, I was staying in a hotel. Hotels have these little notepads and a pen, usually by the nightstand. I wrote down what he said. He said he had 3 things that were his goals. Now, his goal was not to be a world champion. His goal was not to be a state champion. His goal was not to be a national champion. He did those things, right? But it wasn't his goal. His goal was to have the best technique possible, to have the best level of conditioning possible, and to be mentally tougher than anybody he could ever face. Okay? When you do those things, you're probably going to win matches, right? You're going to win tournaments. You're going to do a lot of good stuff. So, and look, for some of us, I was just talking to Blaze. Me and Blaze are about the same. Our careers had slow increments, and then we state champ to senior, right? That's one of the. If you ask me what's the coolest things I ever did, was I was state champion in high school and All-American in college, right? And the truth is, the first time I was All-American was way more like satisfying than the other ones. I did that again, whatever. But that first time I was All-American, I tell you the guy I wrestled, the score, the match, every little detail, the techniques I was doing, the kind of stall, my coach yelled at me afterwards. But I remember that. It was an important moment in my life, right? I trained for that for a long time. To be a state champion, I trained for a long time. Adrian was a state runner-up as a freshman. It's like that close, man. As a 9th grader, right? And then he got that first title as a junior, and it feels amazing, right? You know what's cool? We're doing warm-up laps, and those guys see their name on the wall under the state champions thing. It's pretty cool. Every one of you, your high schools have that in their wrestling, right? It's a banner, it's a plaque, whatever the thing is. There's the names of the guys who are state champions, right? That's awesome. That's something I thought about every day when I run around that wrestling room looking at that wall. I want to put my name on there. It's kind of dumb, really. Okay? Why would I want to work nonstop like 7 years to get my name on the wall? No one even sees it, right? Except for other wrestlers in the future, right? So, but it's such a satisfying moment for you to do that. So, think about how you're going to set your goals. And some of you guys write stuff down, right? Is the goal to be a state champ? Hey, Like I said, he was this close to it as a freshman. Do you think Adrian's goal as a sophomore, junior, and senior is to be a state champion? Absolutely, because he was that close, right? I took 6th place at the state tournament as a freshman. I barely got a medal, right? I did the thing where you make it the semis and do it 3 matches in a row. Kind of embarrassing in hindsight, but I got a medal. I was on the podium or whatever. But I was not really thinking the next year, I'm going to win it this year, right? Because I got a couple more steps I needed. I'm only here and I want to be there, but I get there. It just takes time, right? Some of you, your goal might be get on varsity. My goal might be a state qualifier. Might be a state medalist. But if I do those 3 things that Brad Herring said, have the best technique possible, you got moves at the twister, you can pull 10 people, maybe you're losing match, you come from behind and pin them. You got the best conditioning possible, you're running, you're jumping rope, you can do all kinds of stuff in your bedroom. Your parents think you're sleeping. You could be doing push-ups, you could be doing bodyweight squats, right? I can put fires and sprawls, you can do all this stuff. You don't need any equipment, you don't need fancy stuff. You don't need your mom or dad to buy anything. You just do that stuff, right? That's what conditioning is. It's running, jumping rope, stuff like that. Stance in motion by yourself sometimes. And then if you're mentally tough, then you can withstand some, like, not fun environments, right? Like when we have Google Me, where's the blowing soft guy? I'll check with Willie? Yeah. Okay. When Millard South comes to Columbus, it's not fun for them. It's a hostile environment. We like it that way. We get as many people in there screaming and making noise and cheering, and they're just, because that's the enemy kind of, right? But if they come in there and they can win in that atmosphere, they can get the takedown on the edge of the mat, late in the match to win, that's awesome, right? That's what mental toughness means. You're uncomfortable, but you can still keep going. Your parents take you somewhere, it's hot, 103 degrees out, right? I'm hot and sweaty. You're little, like, where's the littlest guy? Mom, carry me, right? My legs are tired. Just carry me. Just walk yourself, right? That builds mental toughness. It's not fun. Your legs aren't tired. Maybe your feet are on fire because the hot, black asphalt burning your soles, your shoes off, right? But mental toughness is when you do those little things that, they're not fun, they're not easy, but makes you tough in the future. Like, instead of going up the elevator, using stairs, right? Little stuff like that. Some of you got pull-up bar in your bedroom, like I did. You do 2 or 3 pull-ups every time you go in and out of your bedroom. Even when you forget stuff, I forgot something. I gotta do my 5 pull-ups every time I go through the doorway. So think of something that's going to build that mental toughness. Okay, it might be like, seriously, how old are you, man? 5? How old are you? You're 4. Can he build mental toughness by walking instead of having his mom carry? Probably. It's a little thing to do, right? He doesn't have to do all the time, but sometimes. And who knows? 14 years later, his 18-year-old might be tougher. Maybe he wins the match with that. It's a real small thing to do, right? The littlest of things you can do to make yourself believe, hey, I'm tougher than them. I deserve to win. So think about that when you're writing your goals down. I know Coach Murphy talks with you. He might even have you write stuff down in notebooks. Maybe do it at your house. Maybe do it with your parents. But hey, you're all here for a reason. Today's August 2nd, right? Wow. To have this many people in the room in August is awesome, right? Most wrestlers will not even put wrestling shoes on until like November 14th or whatever the first day of practice is next year. You guys are training year-round. You're a step ahead of them, so you're going to have success. The success is going to happen, but why not maximize it, right? Set goals for yourself. Think about what are those 3 things that I can do to have my technique, whatever my conditioning and whatever my mental toughness things are, and then build them up and then get the best you can be. Maybe when you're in high school, maybe some of these coaches wrestle in college and stuff after that. Coach Murphy wrestled at Cornhusker State Games. I commend him for that. That's amazing, right? To have the desire to compete. I don't want to say how old he is. I think he's 40, but I don't know. That's awesome, right? When I'm thinking about that, a lot of people can't even like walk because they're like a wheelchair or something. He's out there wrestling some big guy that weighs 300 pounds. That takes a lot of courage to do that, right? When you're older and you're thinking about your ankle might snap or knee might blow out or something. Health insurance claims and all these crazy things you guys don't even know about. So think about that. Set some goals for yourself. Keep training. This is amazing. I am so jealous of every single kid in here. Because when I was like you, I didn't have a wrestling room. I didn't have coaches that train year-round. I didn't have that. I just begged my coaches to let me in the wrestling room by myself sometimes. Sometimes they said no. Sometimes I had to drive somewhere just to practice, or go to someone's house, whatever the thing was. So when I was in high school, I drove myself a couple of tournaments. No coach, no training partner, no nothing. I just drove by myself. I drove to Lincoln. It was the Junior World Team Trials. I did not practice because my foot was training. I had no coach, no partner. So I just drove myself to the tournament. Nobody was sitting in the chairs because I didn't have a coach. That wasn't setting myself up for success, right? You guys have coaches who are training you around. You're lucky. Tell your parents thanks for bringing you here tonight. And every time they take you to practice, because it takes effort, time. Your parents would rather be at home watching TV than hanging out here in the wrestling room, I'm sure. Maybe some not, but some of them are wrestling fanatics like me. But seriously, it means a lot. You guys are training year round. You're in an awesome atmosphere. You got good coaches. This sweet wrestling room. So thanks for having me. And I'll try not to bother the clock, so I can stop talking.
Hey, let's give Coach Keiswetter a let's just bring it in. Let's close it down. We're gonna go twister on 3. Hey, after we do this, everybody run over that wall. I'm gonna get one big group picture after this. All right. Twister on 3. 1, 2, 3. Twister. All right. Taller kids in back, shorter kids in front. Coach Keiswetter in the middle. Hurry. It doesn't need to be super organized, just throw it against the wall. Good. There you go. Get in here, Coach.
All right, 1, 2, 3. Say cheese.
Good job, everybody. Thank you. Thank you. Good to see you guys.
I love seeing your folks.
Thank you.
And everyone's, it's just
Wait, when you're alone.
Now I got
Hard set up. Thursday. Let's slow down again. Hold on. I'm like, oh, over there.
Whoa, yeah.
Even though that airsoft killed the person.
Just place that.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Chief.
Hey, Joseph.
Thank you.
I will not give these things. Here, got it. Ready to go. To go. Get her at our house.
Okay. That's okay. I did end up getting him signed up with Predator.
I'm gonna go to the shop, Luke. Go home and shower.
They're gonna walk from now on. You heard the. Nobody asked me to get no big mustache. I like that. Remind them we got the mental toughness. Yeah, more dad carrying you. I see you guys.
I can't get these.
Yeah.
You in line or something?
No, they're just like house and
I'll see you later. What's that? I'll see you later. Yeah.
See you guys.
That started last year.
Yeah, so for Predator,
You dropped, Stacy, you dropped the bracelet?
Oh, yeah.
yes, thank you. So they should have an email.
What's up, buddy?
Oh, okay. So they automatically.
Because you won't be here on Thursdays anymore because we got football.
Oh, okay.
So that started already.
All right.
So we got,
No, that's it.
Yeah.
I don't know if you heard me talking earlier, I'm debating on, we're gonna keep on the map one day a week, but I don't know if we're gonna do it Tuesday.
Which day?
So I'm thinking to take advantage of the Fridays.
Thank you, Murphy.
Because that's
Hey,
like
thank
more
you, Chuck.
detailed, specific instructions. Yeah, I think that would be good for him.
I think that'd be good for
He's
him.
already gonna be getting the conditioning.
Well, and it gives him, I think it helps him keep rising when he knows.
And race car, hey, when you try to find out how to get on your race car,
I think that- I mean,
And then once,
also it's a little longer.
still here?
It's an hour and a half versus an hour and 15. So,
the only difference is it's not as active,
no.
but
It's not.
yeah, he's gonna be getting his,
I got them all over, man. Nobody gets out of
they're
here.
struggling. Mostly things. Yeah, they did really well. Suicides because that's my
I'm sure it helps.
reasoning.
Oh, I'm sure, yeah. Sure, a lot of those kids are doing nothing.
We did the second round of suicides and Sebastian wasn't paying attention. It started after the kids
That's just
already
like yours,
like,
though, right?
and then caught up to them and beat everybody else.
Okay. Good deal, man. Appreciate you guys.
And everybody's like, they're like jogging, it's already doing it. That's just Like my legs hurt so bad. It's like, push yourself.
Yeah.
That's how they're supposed to feel.
Yeah, it's good, yeah.
Get your
Do that a couple
Put your
times.
shoe in the bag like you never remember to do.
Ash's gonna be late Thursday.
Is that right? What's he got going?
Well, I'm dropping his sister off, and she made a soccer team, and they're in Bennington.
Yeah.
Their logo is really cool. It's a flaming skull.
Oh,
And
cool.
then when you go to their website, it's like some girls have it and some girls don't. I was like,
Wow. Yeah.
that's super mean. I was like, you don't belong to this group at all, but it'll be good for you.
That's good, yeah. That'd be fun.
They will get a wrestling.
Yeah.
We got purpose on that.
You know. Well, you never know.
See you back, go back.
Thanks for having me. Oh, you guys don't drive together?
You want?
Got it.
See you back.
Sorry, Corey.
Your Saturday, coach?
I won't be this Saturday. My wife's birthday, and I'm taking her out of town.
For the $11.
What's that?
Felipe.
Coming for the $11 on Saturday.
Sure.
So are you on the app? Have you downloaded this app? Okay, so just ignore the name. So, because this is where this is where I'll do a lot of communicating on little things for the Predator.
Was this a new one or is it one you're using before?
Oh, you're already, I think you're already on it, are you?
This one.
Yeah, so, but,
Yeah, you do good work, buddy.
Okay, so where you're not in
What's that?
is,
Hey, Elijah, slip your sandals off. Go grab the other big one. Start helping.
it is, I know. You get in the car. Okay, I need to get you on the grid. Through, and then that'll open up a whole nother bunch of little chat groups where you'll get little messages and stuff. Yeah, you're good.
I'm coming up here tonight.
Well, yeah, I
She's
did
got,
this.
she's got a church group that's going on. They're doing a youth sports camp this week.
Okay.
And they're doing like soccer and volleyball and stuff from 6 to 8.
So she's been working all day?
No, it was supposed to go 6